It is called the silent killer, but failing to keep up to date on the device that detects it is resulting in anything but silence. Carbon monoxide detectors have started beeping all throughout the area, causing panicked people to call the fire department because they think they have a CO leak. ABC News Channel 20's Kimberly Howard live at the Springfield Fire Department to tell us what those sounds really mean. Kimberly.
Well, Vince, it's been 7 years since the state mandated you have one of these, a CO detector. Now, 7 years is also the lifespan on this device, which means these devices will start beeping when the lifespan is over. Now, that's caused the fire alarm to be flooded with false alarms.
It's what we call the silent killer.
Carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless gas, so common that in 2007 the state required most homes have at least one CO detector. That means many of the detectors inside homes today are more than 7 years old.
CO detectors have a shelf life just like everything else.
That shelf life is 5 to 7 years. And just like it does with a low battery, a CO detector will let you know when it's time to install a new one, not to be confused with an actual emergency.
When it goes off, like in emergency mode, it's a warning sign that's going to go off continuously. Dead battery signal is more of a chirp, maybe one chirp, maybe two chirps every maybe 30 seconds or so.
It's because of the timing on the Carbon Monoxide Act and the lifespan of most CO detectors that local fire departments have recently seen a spike in carbon monoxide related calls.
From last year to date, January 1 to April 15th, we ran about 88 carbon monoxide related calls. This year we're up to 192 in the same time frame.
Once a crew is dispatched, they can tell instantly whether a particular home has heightened CO levels.
We have a 4-gas meter, so we can see if our meter is reading what your detector's saying and confirm it.
Firefighters in Rochester have seen their fair share of false alarm calls too. They say these calls are preventable if people just change their batteries and keep an eye on the expiration date. But remember, never hesitate to call if you think it's a real emergency.
We did have 2 calls that were actual incidents, so they do work.
Now, most of these recent calls were because of the lifespan on these devices. If you take a look on the back of the device here, you can actually see the expiration date. This one says 2005, which means it's a few years beyond its expiration. But a lot of these calls have also been because of dead batteries, and firefighters say to prevent that, you should be changing the batteries in these CO devices at the same time you change your smoke detector batteries. That's twice a year when you change your clocks. Live in Springfield, Kimberly Howard, ABC News Channel 20.
Thank you, Kimberly. Now, if you check your carbon monoxide detector and find that it is 7 years older or more, it's time to get a new one. Now, on most devices, you can find out because the manufacture date is listed near where the batteries are housed.